Today's Japanese slang term is one of my favorites I've covered this year because I think it's really fun. It's haka kosu, and this is a combination of haka from ohaka, right, like a grave, and kosu here comes from kosume, or cosmetics, makeup, etc. So, haka kosu are cosmetics that you like so much or swear by to the extent that you want to take them to the grave. It's very Egyptian pharaoh-y in a way. And indeed, haka kosu is not just a new term to me, it's kind of a new term as it's been popping up on like Japanese news and stuff as a thing that the kids are saying. That said though, the media is always a little bit behind because haka kosu is not like invented this year or anything like that. And if you check on Google Trends in either the hiragana version or the kanji version, which both exist as you see here, the Google Trends chart shows a consistent line of interest with them since about May of 2025, which to me indicates, both terms being used for the same meaning to about the same amount. But there are bumps for the hiragana version going back, and actually, if you search online, you can find uses of hakakosu in kanji going back quite a while, although it's not the one that we're talking about, because hakakosu has had kind of a secret life until now. And the reason why is that kosu can also be a shortening of cosplay, right? Cosplay. And as a result, while you will find old hits that are kind of gibberish that we shouldn't count as hits like this, where someone is doing cosplay for Grave of the Fireflies, and so the haka and the kosu happen to touch, there are people like this in 2015 saying that they're going to be doing Romeo at the grave cosplay. Or these people who are literally cosplaying as a grave. That is obviously haka kosu. And I even found people talking about like online cosplay events, costume events in like Souls-like games where the event is held in a grave as haka kosu. And I have no idea what this is specifically talking about, but it's some type of cosplay event happening around Halloween, so it makes sense that haka kosu could be a good term to refer to this. So while this prevents me from finding like a definitive start date for the cosmetics use of this word, I will say I looked at a lot of haka kosu tweets to make this video, and the first time I saw like real 100% I'm sure this person talking about cosmetics actually lined up with Google Trends, but just a bit earlier because it comes in February of 2025. The person is talking about something that cleared up their pimples, and so obviously this is like a cosmetic, right? And it's something that they're saying is confirmed as one that they would like to take to the grave with them. And as we move further into 2025, we can find posts with clear pictures, and actually 2025 is the first time I find somebody on Yahoo! Chiebukuro asking what hakakosu are. So while I can't find like a start tweet or something, and who knows, maybe it came from a magazine or just general conversation, I'm pretty confident that early 2025 is the start date for people starting to use this with any kind of frequency. Unless, of course, they're talking about grave cosplay. Indeed, 2025 is even when the first TikToks using hakakosu start to appear. Now, I can't find any of these videos that have millions of views, but some of them have tens of thousands of views at least, and the term is being used by makeup influencers with large followings. So this indicates mainstream acceptance and use, algorithmic use of this term, which is kind of fun. So pretty simple this time, but if there's a kosu that you like so much that you would want to be buried with it, hakakosu is a term that you can use to refer to that. And honestly, it seems like a pretty useful, fun, generally accessible term. And again, it is being picked up to some extent by mass media, so maybe it'll be a while before hakakosu goes to its own haka. Unless, of course, kosu, I'm wrong, in which case the life of this word will be, I suppose, quite hakanai.